Hello and welcome to Online Marketing 101 in the List Builder series. This is step 5, using Gmail's canned responses. So welcome to the List Builder Automation step 5. In this step, we're going to learn how to use Gmail's canned responses and why you should use it. Hi, I'm John Golitz, and in this short video, I'm going to walk you through the process of using canned responses in your Gmail. So the purpose of using the canned responses is to develop a series of emails that you write and perfect once that can be used many times as you reply to prospects and clients' requests for more information. The two areas you can use this most effectively are, number one, in replying to the welcome series when a prospect starts to engage with you about becoming a client. So when they start asking questions, generally you're going to start seeing a lot of the same questions that are going to be asked. And instead of writing a new email for each one, it's better if you just put your best foot forward and write a great email and then copy it as a canned response and then send it out. So the other area is in client follow-ups. This is an area that if you have the canned emails, you're much more likely to send them out. You can use these follow-up emails for things like asking how the treatment went and how do they feel the next day. And then a couple days later, you can ask them if they're looking for a follow-up treatment. And maybe a few days later, you can ask them for a nice review on your Facebook page or a testimonial, or anything else that will help engage them. And then you can start the cycle of educating and engaging and treating all over again. So the strategy is to use the canned responses to emails you are frequently responding to, so you're communicating with your best benefit statements and overcoming objections with your best wording, instead of writing every email from scratch and just winging it as you go with no thought or consistency. So this strategy is understood when you consider the differences in the traditional marketing funnel versus what I call the circle of prosperity. So here's a review of the strategy of the circle of prosperity. So here's a traditional practitioner funnel. The 3 stages are building awareness about you and your service to new prospects so they consider you, then engaging the prospects that are already aware of you so they choose you if you're ready, and then performing the treatment. And then once the treatment is performed, most of the time, the practitioner loses contact with the client. What I'd like you to consider is what I call the circle of prosperity. With the client attraction system, you can create a continuous flow of activity that produces a consistent flow of clients. You still have some of the same stages, but it's more of a continuous relationship. So as the initial contact is made, the first step is to educate the prospect about solving their pain. And then you can engage with them and engage the prospect to show that you're uniquely qualified to solve their pain. And then step 3 is where the prospect becomes a client and you perform the treatment. But it doesn't end there. So step 4 is building relationships. And this is where you follow up after the treatment and stay in touch with relevant information that builds rapport. And you do this by using your email marketing platform. And then you can start all over, educating, engaging, and treating your clients for more of a continuous flow of activity that produces a continuous flow of clients. So now hopefully we understand the strategy and why we're doing this. So let's take a look at how you do it. So now we're logged into our Gmail app, and the first step to setting up the canned responses is you have to go up here in this little wheel and click Settings, and then you have to go and click Settings on the drop down. We need to go over here to the headings and click on Advanced. And then you can see here's canned responses, templates. Create a template response by saving common messages using a button in Compose toolbar. Also automatically send templates responding using filters. So you just need to click this and make sure it's enabled. And then you go down here and click Save Changes. I've already enabled mine, so that's why it's not saving. And then you want to go back to your inbox and you want to compose an email. We're going to call this email the test. So we're not going to make this fancy, but it really works for any of your emails. So once you've got an email all composed, test, is this thing working? Oh, and I've got Smart Compose on. Well, I'm going to keep it on. Anything that will help me type less, I'm all in favor of. Now, when you open up this email, as you can see, it's kind of a small email. I like it a little bigger, so you can go over here and just click this full screen model. Now, this is a little bit bigger. This is a brand new email account for me, so I don't have my signature in here, but you probably will. If you don't have your signature, then just go head on back over here to this little wheel and you'll be able to put your signature in there. So here's how you access canned responses. Just go to these three little dots down here, click on that, and now you can see canned responses is all lit up. And then you just go over here and we're going to save this one as a template. So you just click Save New, and then it asks what a name is. Since test is in the caption, it auto-filled test into the enter a new template name. But you can name it anything you want. So to save it, I'm just going to push send. Oh, I got to have somebody to send it to. All right. To save you the agony of my typing, I've filled this in. I'm going to send it to my new email address, hello@johngolitzmarketing.guru. And we're going to send this thing off. All right, so the message has been sent. So it now should be in there. So let's just check and see if it's in there. So let's say you're responding to, a prospect that's emailed you from your welcome series and you want to compose a response. So you just go down here and say you're going to reply and just click on that little three buttons, canned responses. There's the test, insert template. See, it inserted it right there. You go send it off to your thing. See how quick that can be? So that can be a really nice long email with all kinds of great detail in there that you've thought about and used all your best benefit statements that you've developed in your client conversations. And you can send it off really within just a matter of a minute or so versus having to create all that. And when you're responding to prospects that are interested in your service and your solution, speed is important. The faster that you can respond to them, the most likely they are going to be to stay engaged with you and not go and Google somebody else. So that's how you do the canned response. It's really very easy. All you do, again, make sure it's turned on in your settings, and then you just go over here and click the little three buttons, and you can then save them as templates and then use them as templates. So now you've seen how to use the Gmail canned responses, and more importantly, why we're doing this. So if you use this strategy, it's going to make it much easier for you to create your own circle of prosperity. So good luck with this, and thanks for watching.